question people often ask me is, why is it so hard to achieve my health goals? I want it so bad. They know exactly what to do, but they still can't achieve it, or they can't maintain their new outcome. Where most people I've seen hit the wall in achieving their health goals is when they get what I call a snapback effect. Have you ever been on your way toward achieving your goal, fired up, excited, but at the same time you begin to feel something pulling you back in the opposite direction, getting stronger and stronger? Then there's a point that you get snapped right back to your old ways and you say, how come this always happens? If you've been in this place, you may want to listen in on the next few minutes, because I'm going to share with you a distinction that I've made that changed me and thousands of patients forever. Hi, I'm Dr. Mancini, the Medical Director of the Center for Integrative Care, a functional medicine and peak performance center here in San Diego. See, once people get on the road toward achieving their outcome, they soon realize it's not a smooth ride, because eventually they begin to hit some major bumps, dips, and roadblocks. These bumps, dips, and roadblocks are your old habits. Are you familiar with these? There's no way around them. They're out there. They're gonna get you. You're gonna come up against them. It's just a matter of time. In fact, this is where most people get snapped right back to their old ways. See, in order to get to where you need to go, you need to first replace these old habits with new habits. Now realize that over 90% of your day is habitual. It's automatic. You don't have to think about it. Realize also that if you don't change those habits, you're gonna get slingshot right back to your old ways. And this is the reason why most people fail, even though they want it so bad. Now, I understood this for a long time at the level of science, but it wasn't until I had an experience that it really shifted the way I looked at this process. And that experience happened early on in a class that I developed called The Power of Habit. Now, about 3 weeks before the class, I was thinking about what was the one most challenging things that I deal with when I'm working with patients. And I immediately realized right away what it was. I'll do a workup, an exam, and I figure out exactly what the problem is. I tell the patient, this is what you need to do. For example, if it's an exercise they need to do every morning or a dietary regimen they would need to follow if they want to achieve their outcome. So I'm excited, I'm thinking this is gonna happen. I'm thinking we're gonna handle this in short order. Now remember, this was early on in my practice. So they come back a couple days later, a week later, and I go, how'd you do? And they say, I exercised once. I know, I just slept in the other days. I had to feed the kids. I had to take out trash. I didn't have time to go to the grocery store. I'm gonna start next week. And my brain was at that point frying because I was thinking, what's going on here? But there was an even bigger challenge for me. It wasn't just one patient. It wasn't two, it wasn't three. It was hundreds of patients that I noticed over a period of months. Now, this was early on in my practice, and I thought, okay, I gotta figure out what's going on because I am not getting this. I see the value here, but there's clearly something I'm not seeing. And I knew that in order to help patients, more patients, I need to be in their shoes. I need to understand what they were thinking and what they were feeling. So what I did, and I reluctantly did it, but I knew I had to do this. I stopped the thing I love to do, and that is my training, my own ritual of exercise every day. So I did it. I stopped training because I was committed to figuring out what patients were thinking and feeling in order to really be of service to them. Now, the first couple days I stopped exercising, it was actually kind of cool. I slept in a couple extra hours. I was catching up on stuff I never did. I was watching cartoons I never even knew that were on the air. I mean, who still watches Tom and Jerry? I was watching Tom and Jerry. It was insane. Now, about a week into it, I was getting stiff. I was getting achy. You ever feel like that, where your body's saying, I need to move? But I said, nope, I am not doing it. I must understand this. I'm never gonna help more patients until I'm really in their shoes. So I held. And in just 2 weeks, my body became habituated. My body began to want to sleep, sleeping a couple extra hours a day, catching up on the news. I mean, I was wonderful, 3 to 4 hours literally. It was great. So at the end of 2 weeks, I thought, I know what patients are feeling now. Their life gets busy. I'm just gonna go into that class, I'm gonna tell them that I know what's going on, that I understand what they're feeling. Nope. It wasn't until the next moment that was the game changer. Because the next moment, when I thought I knew, I opened up my cell phone and I set my time for the next morning's training. Now, the time I wake up is when the world is sleeping, really, really early. So the moment I set the alarm, I had the most interesting thing happen. When I set my alarm, I felt this intense amount of resistance in my body. I felt this huge weight and nausea. And I said, wow, this is weird. It was the strangest feeling. I didn't know what was going on. Then, the next moment, my brain said, do you really want to get up that early? I was like, whoa! I was like, what did I just say? Listen, I didn't even wait the next day. I put on my gear, I put on my sneakers, and I went for a run that moment. And I'll tell you, I had a ping pong match in my head. Do you really got to do this? Do you really need to do this? Do you really want to? So you have to get up that early? Have you ever had this kind of ping pong match in your head? But I'll tell you, I did not stop because I knew on the other side was pure energy, vitality, strength, everything I knew I needed and wanted back in my life. And nothing was good as fit and healthy felt. Nothing, even Tom and Jerry. And when I got to the other side, I never had to do that again because I knew what it felt like to be habituated to something I did not want. So I knew at that point what patients were dealing with. And you know, it's not easy. I know it's not easy, but it's worth it. And most importantly, my team and I are right there to help you every step of the way. This is why I want to give you the opportunity to see how we can support you in developing powerful habits of health. This is where we help patients the most. We support patients helping them shift from where they are to where they need to be. We know that there's a conditioning process to get you to your outcome in developing these new habits. We understand what new habits are required for your outcome. So what we do is develop a strategy, a plan of implementing conditioning these new powerful habits into your health goal. So, if you'd like to find out more about how we can assist you with your specific health concerns and how we can best integrate natural medical modality along with your current health care in a safe and effective way, you can contact our office for a free consultation to find out if and how we can help you with your healthcare needs. I'm Dr. Mario Mancini, and I wish you the best.